Okay, this is Battle of White Plains, which is from the Battles of the American Revolution by GMT Games. Now, this is a big game in terms of its footprint, but it's not a particularly big game in terms of the number of units on the board. It's quite a small number of units. You've got big counters, big hexes. It is a long battle when you compare it to other battles in this system. They are usually just the day of battle or the very ending of the approach things. There's no long approach marches and stuff like this. This is the one that's probably the least like a day of battle clash, because it takes place over 3 days. Historically, the Americans lost this, but they didn't lose decisively, and arguably General Howe, if he'd been a more aggressive commander, could have ended the American Revolution on this day. Anything else? Yeah, the games in this series, they aren't always that solo friendly. This one's not too bad. Some of them are really difficult to play solo. This one, it's still got the tactical card system, which luckily there is a solo system to get around that. It's also got actual cards. I haven't really looked into this yet to decide if I can bypass these. And it's also got this ruse de guerre thing that adds an element of randomness to the American defensive positions. Yet again, I'm not sure. I've seen people play this game solo who've not used that, so it might be a case I'm going to have to abandon that, and it might be a case that I may not use the cards either. I'll let you know as we get a bit further into this. In terms of the actual game itself, components wise, this entire series, well, let's be a bit more specific. The later versions of the games in this series with all the mounted maps are absolutely awesome. The quality is GMT at its absolute best. The rule set is small, surprisingly small. It's got an exclusive rule book which is about 36 pages, and it's got the actual rule book itself, which is about 18 pages in total. Now, some people would say, yeah, it's a small rule set because it doesn't have certain things. It doesn't have any orders or command system in it at all. For example, there is like someone's created an orders and command system based on the great battles of the American Civil War that can be used with this actual series. I wouldn't mind having a go at that, but I'm certainly not going to go at this straight away. For this series, I have played Saratoga, but I didn't play it correctly. It was like there's a way that armies get worse as they get demoralized, and I wasn't playing it correctly, so the American army morale just collapsed really quickly, which it shouldn't have done. So that was a bit of a mess, that. So hopefully this time I'll play it correctly. Okay, that's it. Sorry for anyone who wanted to watch the great battles of the American Civil War, Grunt State Command series. I'm taking a break from that for the moment. It's just not doing it for me anymore. And as I say, it's my hobby, so I play what I want to. Anyway, so apologise if you were actually following that one.